Hi, everyone. Henry DeVries with Health Authority TV. And this is the show where we help those people who are in the health B2B space. They're helping other people provide help to others, and they serve them. Maybe it's getting more patients, maybe it's being more effective. This is a show where we examine those topics, and I'm so happy to have an author with me today, Dr. Dave Striegel. Dave, how are you today?
Fantastic, Henry. How are you, buddy?
I'm super good now that you're here, because why don't you tell people about your work and how you fit in this big health system of ours?
My background, believe it or not, was in sports psychology. And so I started my
Ah,
career in professional sports and elite amateur sports, helping athletes and coaches be able to perform under pressure. And it became apparent very quickly that those concepts and principles apply to the rest of us who just want to be good or excel at whatever it is that we do. So I've applied those principles for the last 25 years to people in healthcare and other industries. Doctors, dentists is a particular niche I have. And I just adore the healthcare field and the spirit of those who work in it, and also the challenges they face with the stress and pressure that they're under on a daily basis.
we mentioned you wrote your book during COVID, how you spent your pandemic. Um, and but you triggered some memories for me about the noble work that the people in health care performed during that time, and the esprit de corps, and people standing outside of hospitals and applauding at a shift change, and those horrible times, but people came through and they were at their best when things were at their worst. So thank you for the noble work you do in helping those people. Well, we want to
Well,
get your
you
opinion on something. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, Dave.
well, I was just going to say, the COVID time was it's like one of those chapters in a book that you put up on a shelf, and we don't get a chance to pull it off the shelf and take a look and leaf through the pages as much anymore because nowadays is so different than then. But yeah, I did take that time to write a book, obviously with your help. And that's effectively what I've been applying ever since is those concepts and principles that we highlighted in that book. And the pressure is just shifted. It's not less today, I find. It's just different. And then you get into the addition of artificial intelligence, sweeping our country, our world, and there's a lot of uncertainty out there.
Yeah, a lot of chaos too. Certainly
Indeed.
chaos, and people are needed. Well, I wanted to ask your opinion on our question. What can we do to improve healthcare in the United States?
That's a big question. I mean, that is about as big a question as you can get with so many different avenues to go down. But where my brain initially goes to is to be really relationship driven. And it's almost cliche to say that. Of course, everyone wants healthcare to be relationship driven. But I think you have to go deeper than that and say, well, what does that actually mean? And it means, by my definition, that you put the relationship ahead of everything else. Now, you have to balance that with the fact that there is a bottom line that is involved in healthcare and there is a business element to it. A lot of my clients, especially the ones in dentistry, got into dentistry because they loved helping people. They loved the technical side of working in the mouth and the detail orientation, the creativity, etc. They didn't go to dental school to learn how to be business owners or manage people, but yet those are the two skill sets that often dictate how successful they are financially. And certainly what the quality of experience they have in their practice is how well they're able to navigate the culture that they create with their teams. And that's the area that I find I spend most of my time helping them in is really being the best leaders they can be under the pressure that they're under on a regular basis.
It's certainly true as you're speaking. I was thinking of my primary care physician, and he gets 8 minutes with me. I know the
Boy,
system.
but that's a solid 8 minutes, huh?
But on the other side, I think they've saved my life 3 times because it takes probably 90 days to get on his calendar, but I've had things call up. I talked to a triage nurse, um, and they said these words: "We'd like you to come see us." I said, "When?" "Right now. We'd like you to get in your car right now and come see us."
Well,
One was one was a virus that it got into an infected foot and was climbing toward my heart.
yeah, let's start. Let's head that one off at the knee.
Yeah, come on in right now.
Yeah.
And somebody saw me, somebody treated me, somebody took care. So, um, because that's what
Well,
they got in this for.
and to your point, Henry, if you have a really good team around you, then the patient doesn't need more than 8 minutes with you. So that
Right.
I think is a testament to the quality of the testing and the quality of the people who work with your doctor, that if the information is all there, then the doctor can cut through a lot of the noise and get to the bottom line really quickly.
And I'm fortunate to be, I think, one of the top 10 healthcare systems in the nation. Uh, you know, but not everybody can be at the Cleveland Clinic or Johns Hopkins or UC San Diego. Um,
That's correct. Yeah.
and so you need all those things. But the relationships, to your point, matter. Relationships matter.
They
Um,
do, and I find that it's not just people often, when I say that, people often think I mean that the relationship between the provider and the patient. And yes, that is perhaps the most critical relationship, but almost as important is the relationship between the provider and their supportive staff.
yeah,
Because to your point around the 8 minutes you get with your provider, you're not there just for 8 minutes. You are going through testing, being having experience with a lot of other people,
right.
and all of those people can play a critical role in your experience as a whole, and then the quality of the care that you receive. So I find that there are really two aspects to the relationship, and the obvious one is the provider patient, but the less obvious, but perhaps equally as important, is provider staff or team.
I wrote up a study at UC San Diego, and they also talked about the big four. Your doctor is only one. I mean, your pharmacist is
Yeah,
critical in
great
that.
point.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah, a care manager is so important. My wife, Vicky, works as, somebody who provides that care, visiting the 96-year-old woman and making sure she's okay. And speaking about COVID, when that broke out, she had 4 clients like that who couldn't get to a doctor or to a pharmacy or anything without her. And we said, you know, um, your life's at risk, which puts our lives at risk, but this is what you signed up for. I know you're the
Yeah.
lowest person on the rung there, but she found a lower job. She's become like a substitute caregiver, so the caregivers who are overwhelmed can have a break. Um, so that
Well,
they can, because if they're burning out and all this,
oh
so
gosh.
it's
Yep.
all a web and it's all relationships. Everybody matters, and it is noble work that's being done here. And thank you for your contributions to it. Dr. Dave, anything else you want to add before we bid adieu?
I don't think so. Only just to inspire everyone listening that this notion of relationship driven practice can really be affected and impacted by anyone. Just by virtue of you, when you go to your provider next, whether it's a dentist or a doctor, whatever it might be, whoever you encounter there, call them by their first names. Say hello to them, ask them not just who they are, but how they are, and go beyond the typical pleasantries and really look them square in the eye and say, no, really, how are you? I promise you that they will their demeanor will totally shift and they'll feel a connection. So that would be my personal challenge.
You're sparking so many thoughts. Can't wait to have you on another episode. Until next time, keep them healthy. Okay.